Hi, and welcome to part 2 of our draft preview show, and once again I'm joined here by Canucks GM.
What's going on, man?
And we're going to pick up right where we left off, so we're going to be covering picks or prospects 16 to 30. And first on our list, or number 16, is Pontus Aberg, left wing from Duge Gardens, Sweden.
Okay, so what I have about him, he's a speedy sniper, turning heads in the Swedish Elite League, so he's a good producing forward. He's similar to Forsberg in the sense that he's got offensive potential, but Forsberg's definitely more prepared defensively, so that's what something Aberg needs to work on.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, he's definitely fast, and speed is one of his best aspects.
Yep, I agree.
Next on the list, we got Slater Kokek from the Peterborough Petes, defenseman.
So what I like about him is he's got great size. He's 6'2", 184, and he skates well for his size, because you could see like people like Hal Gill, they're bigger, but they can't skate as well as, and they're sloppier than other defensemen. And he's got a strong shot and plays with an edge, so he's definitely a good take there in the draft.
Yeah, I agree. Next on our list, we got Matt Finn, defenseman from the Guelph Storm, who's very tough, and he plays defensively.
Yeah, I agree with you there. It's definitely a good pick. He needs to develop a bit more for it to be a safe pick, but I could see him going there.
Yeah, at 18, or he's the 18th best. At 19, we got Derek Pouliot, Portland Winterhawks defenseman. So some things about him: he's an effortless skater. He has a quick offensive-defense transition, and he's an offensive-minded player, but he needs a lot of work on his defensive aspects. So I mean, he's definitely a project player in that sense.
The thing I know most about him was that he's excelled a lot surrounded by NHL caliber talent, because Portland's a very talented team, and they're also said to be like a junior hockey factory. So yeah.
So yeah.
Yep.
All right. So number 20 on our list, we got Thomas Hertl from the Czechoslovakian League, and he plays left wing. What do you think about him?
I'm gonna let you field this one.
Sorry?
I'm gonna let you field this one.
Thomas Hertl?
Yes.
Well, he's playing in Czechoslovakia. He's pretty big. He's 6'2", 200 pounds, and he's kind of just shot up the draft rankings out of nowhere. You know what I mean? Like he was kind of like a second round player, and he's just been climbing up. I mean, he has good offensive awareness, and he protects the puck well.
I like his potential. I think he could definitely be a solid top six forward when he reaches his potential. He's got great offensive instincts, but once again, a lot of these players they're not defensively sound, so he needs to work a bit on his game. But he's definitely a safe pick there.
Next on our list at 21, we got Toivo Teravainen, left winger from Finland.
So what I like about him, he's definitely a fast player. He's decently sized. He's an offensively skilled sniper that just needs to add some size.
Yeah, I mean, obviously he can't add height. He's only 5'10", but I mean, he can definitely add weight.
Yeah, for sure. That's where I'm going with that. But I think he's a good pick there. He's a good left winger for playing in Finland, but he definitely needs to fill out a bit more.
At 23, we got Stefan Matto. He's 6'1", 207 pounds. What do you think?
I think he's a safe defensive player there. He's got some good instincts on the back end. He needs to work a little bit on his defensive game, but his offensive game has excelled so far. And I like him going there in that round.
Yep, 23, Martin Firk. What do you like about him?
I love Martin Firk as a player. I think he's got a lot of talent and everything, but he's definitely got attitude problems, and he's got concussion woes, which will definitely subside his ranking. But the high talent level is obviously still there, regardless of the concussion problems. But he definitely needs to work on his attitude, and he definitely has top six potential as a forward. Good player to draft.
And I think before we started recording this, you were telling me about his concussion history, and that's one of the reasons why he's dropped.
Yeah, for sure. If he hadn't, he would have been a safe bet for top 10.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely agree with you there. 24, we got Philip DiGiuseppe, left winger from Michigan, plays in the NCAA.
I was kind of disappointed to see him cut by Team Canada this year at the World Juniors. I thought he had a a good showing in the pre-tournament games. But it really just shows that Team Canada is just so deep in the World Juniors that they always show a great team. So it's really, he's got good potential as a prospect. He's more of a, he's not going to be a top 6 forward from what I've seen, more of a third line, fourth line player, but he definitely could go here in the first round.
Yeah, I mean, he would definitely be a solid third line player.
Yeah, I'll agree with you there.
Number 25, we got Andrei Vasilevsky.
This is a
top goalie to go in the draft.
Top goalie to go in the draft. We saw a lot of him if you watched the World Juniors. He played for Russia. He had a great showing when he was playing for Russia, and obviously they didn't win the gold medal. They came out with silver, but they could have definitely fallen more if he hadn't had such a great tournament. I love his positioning. He's got a great glove hand. That's one of his best things about his game, so I like that about him.
Number 26, we got Ludvig Byström, defenseman from Modo of the Swedish Elite League.
So what do you think about him? I'm not really too fond of him there.
Yeah, I mean, he's only 6 feet tall. I mean, he's played 19 games in the Swedish Elite League, which is amazing for a player of 18 years old. I mean,
yeah, I agree.
It's a very tough league to play in. I mean, he has good puck moving skills. I mean, yeah, once again, all these guys, they need a lot of work on their, not a lot of work, but work on their defensive zone play, positioning and such.
Okay. So, next pick in the draft we have
Tom Wilson from the Plymouth Whalers.
And he's a big guy, and that's part of the thing. He could definitely be a lower end forward for a team, but he needs to work on some things. He's going to be most likely a grinder. Doesn't really have the potential to be a big goal scorer. I can see him maybe potting 20 goals a couple of times in his career, but not consistently. He's definitely a good grinder though, and can work well in the bottom 6.
Yeah, makes sense. I mean, he can be a good penalty killer too. That's the thing he could develop into with that long reach.
Yep, agree with you there.
Number 28, we got the younger brother of PK Subban, Malcolm Subban, goalie for the Belleville Bulls.
The goalies in this draft are exceptional. I love Vasilevsky and Subban. I could definitely see a team improving with a pick like that, like Tampa Bay. They need, or even the Leafs, who need just goaltenders. So he's definitely a safe pick there. He's got, apparently the best thing about his game is his hockey sense and his hockey IQ also. He's got great ability to just catch on and learn things right away. So that's a big perk about him.
Number 29, we got Brady Skeggy. I don't know, his name's kind of messed up.
That's a sketchy kind of name.
It's a sketchy name.
Where does he play again?
He plays for the U.S. National Development Team, U18.
Okay, so I think he's a safe player. He's not gonna blow anyone out of the water with a pick, but he's definitely a safe projection to go around there in the draft with his skill set.
Yeah, I mean, he's not gonna shut a player down or anything, but he could be a solid 4th defenseman.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'd say a really good number 5 on a good team.
Yeah, number 30 on our list, we got Hampus Lindholm, defenseman, plays in Sweden. I mean, he definitely has the ability to take control of a power play, and he has great puck moving skills. So I mean, he could definitely build on those and become one of the best, not one of the best, but one of the better puck moving defensemen in the NHL.
Yeah, for sure. I can see that happening for sure.
So, do you have any sleeper picks for these other teams to look out for?
A few. Some that come to mind are definitely, I wouldn't say sleeper. We had a different projection than a lot of the analysts out there had, but they're definitely similar in the sense that we have a kind of a consensus for the top 20. But some sleepers we kind of have could be Cristobal Niez. He plays for Kent School in the USHS. That's a high school league. Michael Clark from Windsor in the OHL. Charles Hudon for Chicoutimi. And Henrik Samuelsson in Modo, Sweden. So some things about those players. I'll start off with Niez. He's a big kid with great speed, top end offensive skills. But the downside about his game is he needs more puck moving ability. He's got great speed though, which is a good asset to his game. Michael Clark, he had a good start to the season. He's got great vision and he's strong on the puck, which is a good asset. And Charles Hudon, the downside about him is he's a really small guy, and he's about 5'10", and he's creative offensively, but projects as a safe second line talent, similar to the likes of like Brian Giunta, like good player like that.
Tough, goes in the corners, but takes the hits.
And Henrik Stanjes is the last player I had from Modu, Sweden. He's a strong player. He's got some offensive capabilities, but he's very good defensively, which is why the scouts notice him.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a forward and you can show that you have great defensive skill, you'll definitely get picked in the second round. If you don't have the offensive skill of some of the other guys.
Yeah, I agree. He's got good two-way play, though. I can see him as a safe third line, shutdown line player.
Yeah, possibly like a Matt Fratton type.
Kind of like a Matt Fratton.
All right, so I mean, that's our take. I mean, we'll probably be doing a post-deadline show, Canucks.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Do you know if there's any rumors? You heard any rumors from around the league?
There's a bunch of teams that are looking for some defensemen I'm hearing around. But there's definitely, like, the top 10 teams in the league, they're all looking to upgrade their teams, as they're all really close in the standings. LA and Montreal are they set themselves a bit of a gap between everyone, but the rest of the league can still have a chance to cup the top 10 teams there. So I can see them all making some acquisitions at the deadline to improve their teams.
Maybe Montreal's trying to trade Vinny Lecavalier, just see right now.
Yeah, in the chat see right now, I see he just offered me Kessler for Vinny plus. So I'm not really feeling that.
That's a terrible contract.
It's horrible, like absolutely horrid.
Yeah, I mean...
so that's what we're going to finish off with today. Anything you've heard lately?
Dallas, they're looking to move Sheldon Surrey or Kari Lehtinen. I guess they've realized they're not in the playoffs, or are they?
I think they're out of the playoffs right now.
Yeah, they are out of the playoffs, and I guess they realize they're not going to make it. Yeah, they're 7 points out, so it'll be tough for them to make it.
What I really see is, though, the Canucks are looking to add. They have great defensive depth from what I've noticed, but they don't have that stellar guy on the blue line. They're looking to add a talent on the blue line, someone like similar over 78 overall. So hopefully they can get that done.
Are you looking?
Any Leaf rumors on your end?
No, just looking to move Ville Leno. Looking to move Devontae Smith-Pelly too, because I don't even have him playing on my third line right now.
Yeah, I also heard you were shopping Jeff Petrie. He's 96 overall in hitting, so that's a very good stat for a team that needs some strength.
Yeah, I am looking to move Jeff Petrie, and I was looking to package him with Devontae Smith-Pelly for maybe an upgrade, but like a defenseman of the same age, but an upgrade.
Definitely could work out. So that's all for today. We'd like to thank Leafs GM for having me today on the show.
Yep. See you guys on Sunday after the deadline.
Have a good one.